Hare Vil du synge?
Jeg kan kanskje gjøre en annen.
Hvem andre skulle det vært? Vet jeg.
Ok, skal vi se.
Hvis det er kanskje det. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Hare Madhva ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Okay. As for Bhagavad Gita. Right. Nice to see you all again. Yes, we'll read today from chapter 12, the chapter on devotional service. And we will read text number 8. So that's 12:8. Yes. Mayeva mana adatsva.
Mayeva manadatsva.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Mayeva mana adatsva.
Mayeva manadatsva.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Mayeva mana adatsva.
Mayeva manadatsva.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Nivasisyashi mayeva.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Ata urdvam na samshaya. Mayeva manadastva. Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Atha urdvam na samshaya.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Mayeva manadastva.
Mayeva manadastva.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Urdvam na samshaya.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Mayeva manadastva.
Mayeva manadastva.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Urdvam na samshaya.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Mayeva manadatsva.
Mayeva manadatsva.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
Niveshyasi mayeva.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
Ata urdvam na samshaya.
मयि एव मना अधस्त्वा
Mayeva manadatsva.
मयि बुद्धिं निवेशस्य
Mai buddhim niveshaya.
निवास्यस्य मयि एव
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
इव अथ ऊर्ध्व न संशय
Ata urdvam na samshaya. Mai, upon me, Eva, certainly, Mana, mind, Adatsva, fix, Mai, upon me, Buddhim, intelligence, Niveshaya, apply, Nivasishyasi, you will live, Mai, in me. Eva, certainly. Ata urdvam, thereafter. Na, never. Samshaya, now. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always, without a doubt. One who is engaged in Lord Krishna's devotional service lives in a direct relationship with the Supreme Lord, so there is no doubt that his position is transcendental from the very beginning. A devotee does not live on the material plane, he lives in Krishna. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord are non-different. Therefore, when a devotee chants Hare Krishna, Krishna and his internal potency are dancing on the tongue of the devotee. When he offers Krishna food, Krishna directly accepts these eatables, and the devotee becomes Krishnaized by eating the remnants. One who does not engage in such service cannot understand how this is so, although this is a process recommended in the Bhagavad Gita and in other Vedic literatures. Om Jnanati Mirandasya Gyanandana Salakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kanamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Guravadanam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sarvajatam Sahagana Raghunatamitam Samsajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Shakamitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Devacha Paritana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mayava Mana Adatsva Mayi Buddhim Niveshaya Nivasishyasi Mayeva Ata Urdvam Na Samshaya. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always, without a doubt. Prabhupada starts his purport saying that if we are engaged in Lord Krishna's devotional service, then we are living in a direct relationship with the Supreme Lord. So there is no doubt, therefore, that one's position is transcendental from the very beginning. This means that there's no need to engage first in some severe austerity and penances, like doing yoga asanas or cultivating a lot of knowledge, because devotional service is transcendental to material nature. Even if that may be difficult to understand, it is a fact. We can know this by accepting the authority of the Shastras, which clearly say that when we engage in the devotional service, then we are situated on a transcendental platform. For example, Krishna says elsewhere in Bhagavad Gita, Mam cha yogya vicharana bhakti yogina sevate sagunan samadhityartham brahma bhuya kalpate. That when we are engaged in devotional service, immediately we are elevated above the three modes of material nature, and we are situated on the Brahma Bhuta platform. There are those impersonalists who think that bhakti yoga is some form of sentimental practice that is actually just another form of karmic activity. But this is not the case, because Krishna says that one can know me only through devotional service. There's no other way of knowing me. And how can this then be a material affair? It's simply not possible. Bhakti mama bijanati yamanata sankata tatomam tatato yata vishate tadanantaram. That it is exclusively through bhakti yoga. And when we are enlightened by the Lord in this devotional service, then we can enter into the kingdom of God. We cannot actually attain the kingdom of God without any other practice. It is simply through devotional service. And Krishna has made it so that it is also the easiest process. Of course, it's not that we can lie around and just say, okay, I believe in Krishna, and think that we will go back to Godhead, because this is simply laziness. We must endeavor for it. We must put in the effort. We must do our best to remember Krishna and dedicate our activity to him. But it is not, as I said, that we need to torture our bodies by keeping our bodies submerged in icy water during the winter, or surround our bodies with scorching fire in summer, like some yogis do. Nor is it necessary to maybe we can close this window out here. To cultivate all this knowledge, because the soul is by nature Satchit Ananda. It is eternal. It is full of knowledge and always in bliss, which means that all the knowledge that that exists is already in the soul, because the soul is non-different from Krishna in quality. Qualitatively, we are all one. We are different quantitatively. That we are tiny living entities, and the Lord is infinite, because He's situated in everyone's heart, in every atom. And He's also situated in His own planet. Everything springs out of Him. But the point is that the soul is actually all-knowing, but because it has come into contact with material nature, it has been covered by layers and layers of contamination, of dirt, so that we cannot see who we actually are. We cannot see what is God. We cannot see what is the relationship to Sambandha. And we cannot understand that when we are contaminated, covered by material consciousness. But when we engage in devotional service, gradually we purify our heart, so that all this dirt is taken out. So therefore we can start to see truth from illusion, light from dark, and so on and so forth. So this is not done overnight. It's a gradual process. So I would take 2 steps forward, but then we also take 1 step back. But if we take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, then we always go in the right direction, instead of just going straight ahead and then running into trouble. So better to take this process seriously, slowly and steadily, purify ourselves, instead of thinking that we can do everything very quickly. Like taking some guru gives a mantra for money in half a year, promise that you can be God. This is a cheating process. This process of devotional service is very, 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 very serious. It's I said before, it's easy. It's difficult actually, but it is the thing with such things. There's both easy and difficult at the same time. It's like if you ever seen like this kung fu movies or whatever, and it's always so difficult. But when the nurse master says that, you just gotta not try so hard. If we just do it without thinking that we are going to be the doer behind everything, then Krishna he will steer us in this into this our destination. Because as he says that if you are engaged with your mind upon me and engaged your intelligence in me, then you will always live in me. and when we thus live with Krishna, then Krishna, he will take charge of us. Yeah. So this bhakti yoga process is both very difficult and very easy at the same time. It depends on our will and our consciousness. If we are able to be simple people, then devotional service is very simple, very easy. But if we are prone to complicate things unnecessarily with our minds, with our intelligence, then it becomes very difficult. So it's that like this. It's simple for the simple and complicated for the complicated. Prabhupada also says that we want to cultivate this mentality or mood of simple thinking and simple living and high thinking. So if we can live simply, then we can very easily think very sophisticatedly. Because Krishna says previously in Bhagavad Gita in the 10th chapter, says Tesam Evana Kampatam Ahamagana Jamtamaha Nashyatmatma Bhavasto Gyana Deepana Basvata, that to show my devotee special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining torch of knowledge all this darkness born from ignorance. So this is what it means that the soul is actually all-knowing. So there's no need, therefore, to engage ourselves in this very tedious study of logic, argument, etc. But it's not to say that we shouldn't read Bhagavad Gita, we shouldn't read Srimad Bhagavatam, etc. Because when we read Bhagavad Gita, when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, etc., these readings they nourish our devotional service. So if we don't read, if we don't study these books, then our chanting will become very stale. It will become very dry, and our minds will start to start to take over our intelligence. So it is therefore recommended that we always read these books every day, because when we do, then when we chant, then naturally these things that we are reading, they will be digested and regurgitated when we chant, so that we will feel refreshed and inspired very much to continue with our practice. So all those who have attained success in devotional service, because they are regularly studying Prabhupada's books every day, and because this is a very safe way of keeping us on the right track. So if we want to be successful, then we have got to have a good sadhana where we chant properly and we read this text regularly. But I wanted to talk like in depth about having our faith in the holy name, because if we are regularly and always chanting our Krishna mantra, then we will be with Krishna. But it is not that we just chant and we are with Krishna like that. We gotta have faith in that this process is actually working. If we are just chanting and our minds are elsewhere, then we're actually not doing anything. So we can chant for years and years, year after year, life after life, but we are not actually doing anything. We're not going back to Godhead. We may come back to sitting and chanting, but actually we're chanting, and we might as well be chanting A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So we gotta have faith in the holy name, that it is able to clear all our material attachments away, that it can save us. Because Krishna says, that this material energy is very difficult to overcome. But if we simply have faith in the holy name, then we can easily overcome it. So when we chant, we should chant with a sentiment of sincerity. Like, do I really want to chant this, or do I want to do something else? Do I want to sit on my phone? Do I want to do this, do that? So always when our minds are wandering, we got to bring it back to the holy name and really take shelter of the holy name. Because then not only is our chanting going to be offenseless, it's also going to be pure. It's one thing to chant offensively, but it's a whole other thing to chant purely. So there are 3 stages of chanting. You know what these are? The first stage is Nama Parad, where we are chanting offensively. We are just in the beginning stage. We are Kanishta, call it. So we chant with full of material desires and lust in our heart. But gradually, as we gain some faith, we can come to the second stage, which is Namabas, which is the offenseless level. Then we become liberated from our material attachments. But we cannot attain love of God by chanting Namabas. We can become free, sure, but we'll never attain Krishna, his lotus feet, by chanting his Namabas. So we have to develop real strong. Yes.
First one was,
Nama Aparad, offensive stage, yes.
you were thinking about what was the second one?
Namabas, offensive chanting. So you're not committing an offense to the holy name, but you're not really going anywhere either. And so what does the Maha Mantra do to us when we chant? It purifies us from our sins, and it liberates us from our material attachments. But Haridas Thakur, this great Namacharya, when he was asked about the holy name, he said that yes, sure, this freedom from sin and liberation, it's well and good, is what chanting the Maha Mantra does. But what is really the real substance, or the real result of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is that we attain love of God. That is the real nectar of chanting the holy names. But then we need to come to the third stage, which is the Shuranam, chanting the pure name. Because then we can attain Krishna's lotus feet. Hatasi Krishna Namadi Namaved Graham Indrahi, Sevamukhi Javada Svayam Evasporati Adaha. Krishna never reveals himself to our material senses, saying except for on the altar. But when we chant, when we gradually purify our hearts, then Krishna and we get a taste, and Krishna spontaneously appears in our senses. And gradually he reveals himself more and more. But this takes that we want to approach Krishna with our practice, and that we develop faith that the holy name is pure, that the holy name is completely transcendental, that it is completely free from material influences, in other words, and that Lord and his name, they're non-different. Many times I sit much out on the street singing, and every day, or I see the same people over and over again. Sometimes people they come and ask, don't you get tired from singing the same thing over and over again? It's like this. Say if we are singing some material songs, there are pop songs, rock songs, they are mainly material in nature. We are not. We are very quickly. We are bored. We can sing a pop song. Sing with the guitar, a pop song, a rock song. Say a week, maybe you're bored. Even a day, a week, a month, you're definitely bored. 2 months, then same pop songs. They're not on radio anymore after 2-3 months. Then they're gone, because the vibration is mainly material. So you always have to have something new, right? And it's like this with material energy. It's always changing, always deteriorating, always transforming. So we cannot have a material song that we sing over and over again. It just doesn't work. But we can sing Hare Krishna, and this works eternally. It will always be fresh, because it is transcendental sound. So therefore, when people ask if you ever get bored, I say no, because this sound vibration is completely transcendental. It's ever fresh. When you chant, you just want to chant more, and the longer you chant, the more you want to continue chanting. because it fills you with ecstasy and bliss. And it's like this also with the chanting of the holy names. You associate with Krishna, and as Prabhupada says, Krishna is dancing directly on your tongue. You can sing like mango, mango, give me a mango, but you will never get the mango. Or apple, 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 bananas. You won't get apples and bananas because they're apples and bananas. They're different from their names because we're in this material world. All the objects they have different. They're different from what their names are. Then within the spiritual world, all the names and of things and the objects they are identical. So when we call upon Krishna, then Krishna is actually with us. And this is where we need to invest our faith, that this is the actual result of chanting the holy names. Because when we do that, then naturally we get a taste, we get an attraction towards Krishna. So that we want actually to be with Krishna instead of gratifying our tongues with whatnot. Maybe not just mangoes or apples, but chocolate, even cigarettes, or what have you. And this takes some time. It takes dedication. It takes sincerity. But if we want to be successful in any walks of life, we have to be serious about it. We have to be sincere. Why not be sincere and serious about chanting of the holy names? And also we should put our full faith in the process of taking Lord's Prasad. That this is also a purifying activity, that it purifies us from our lusty desires. Because we have these urges that we have to live with. So our tongues, they have theirs. Belly has theirs. The genital, the mind, all these things. But if we can control our senses, then we very quickly attain spiritual perfection. And how do we learn to control the tongue, which is so voracious, so strong? And we can take Krishna Prasadam. It's so powerful. Think about it. The tongue, it's the most powerful of all the senses. If the tongue is out of control, then all the other senses will follow suit. And there is no chance of controlling our senses if our tongue is greedy. And that's the point also, that our tongue it is very strong. So we need something strong in turn to control it. That's why the Lord has given us this prasad, which is usually very tasty, especially when we're operating in a temple like this, in this preaching mission. We always serve very nice bhoga to the Lord, and then the Lord is so merciful that he doesn't eat it with his mouth. He eats it with his eyes, with his ears. So he sanctifies it and puts it back and lets the devotees honor it afterwards. And this is where we have to have faith that Lord, again, he is completely transcendental to material nature, that he does not need to eat with his mouth in order to nourish his desires for himself tasting this food. Because if we take the example with material objects, say mango or Coca-Cola or whatever, and the names are different from the objects. Similarly, Krishna's senses, they are identical with the other senses. Krishna is non different from his soul, from his heart, from his body. His body is same as his soul. There's no different. So therefore, his senses are also like this. Therefore, he can see without using his eyes. He can eat without using his mouth. And this is very important to accept, because this means that we can accept that the Lord is actually completely transcendental. Not accepting this means that we still have a contamination in our hearts, and thinking that the Lord is influenced by material energy, which he isn't. So yes, the Lord is completely free from the influence of material nature. So therefore, when he takes the prasad, as I said, then he purifies it. Is free from all karma. When we take food that is not offered to the Lord, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita earlier in 3rd chapter, then we just eat sin. So therefore, it's very important to offer our food to the Lord. Because it doesn't matter actually if it's meat or as in veg or non-veg. If it is not offered, then we are eating sin. This, of course, is more sinful to eat meat, especially cow's meat. But if we are eating vegetables that have been unoffered to the Lord, then still we are entangling ourselves in material nature. So we are not actually doing anything to learn to control our senses. This is why I see, for example, there are these movements of ethical treatment of animals, but they are actually they are very very much hypocrites, because they are still operating out of the material or bodily conception of life. So this is the beauty of then taking this prasad, because we get to gratify this desire that the tongue has to taste by tasting the remnants of the Lord. So we can actually eat our way to purity. We can eat our way to perfection in yoga. Gradually, if we get accustomed to taking prasad, then we stop having this desire to take just this, take that, go to the store. You see, the shopkeepers are very expert at keeping these small snacks right next to the cash register, because they know that when the customers are standing in line, the sense will start to speak, because we become restless because we're just standing there. So then it's very easy. I'm a little hungry, a little thirsty. You take a candy bar, you take a soft drink which is just in the right size for a quick snack. This works, but if we take prasad, then we will stop having these attractions, and it really does work. We just gotta have faith in it. And as it said, the proof is in the taste of the pudding. If we just put our faith in the chanting of the holy names and taking of prasad, then very quickly we will see that there will be results. Let's take the example of Prabhupada when he first went to America. He took all these hippies under his wings. They were very, very degraded, very, very much entangled in very, very heinous sinful activities, like all the way to shooting heroin and whatnot. But because Prabhupada gave them the opportunity to come and chant the holy names, develop faith in it, and offer them very, very nice prasad, gradually, actually very quickly, they lost their taste for these lower types of sense enjoyment, and dedicate themselves to the Vedic way of life of chanting Hare Krishna and taking the Lord's prasad. So we should follow suit and take this prasad with much faith and pleasure, because it is a very pleasurable activity. And then we should be grateful that the Lord has given us this opportunity, and then we should strive to give it to others. So we have started now to serve prasad outside the temple once a week. It's raining so much, we would love to do it often, but so much rain, so we cannot do it every day. But if anyone wants to get involved in prasadam distribution, then that would be very nice. I think we'll post on Sadhu Sangha group when we are planning on doing this. Generally on the afternoon, after lunch, whoever is this opportunity, they will be very free to come and help us, because it's very nice to give all these people the chance of taking Krishna Prasad. As he said that if you take the Prasad, if you are out there in the material world, then this purifies you so much that is one way of looking at it. In your next life, you are guaranteed to take a higher birth, or say differently, you are guaranteed to get the opportunity again to come back and take Prasad. So if you take Prasad once, then you will always come back, get the opportunity to take it again, and then you get the opportunity to take it more and more, and gradually you will be led toward the light by the Lord. So we should help Lord in his mission of reclaiming the fallen souls by giving the opportunity to take the Prasad and learn to control the tongues, and then say if you can control the tongue, then the belly and the genitals, they become very much controlled also. As they're like in a line, and if the tongue is under control, then the rest of this sense, they fall into place. So controlling the senses, controlling the mind, everything is very difficult, but with the right practice, with detachment, then it's actually not so difficult. We just again, we gotta place our full faith in that the Lord, he's here to guide us if we will let him in. As this is what Krishna says, that that he will steer us towards him if we want him, but he will also help us to forget him if that's what we want. Anywho, we should all strive towards being a servant of the Lord, because this is what our constitutional position is, and this is very, very simply done by always chanting the Lord's holy name, remembering the Lord, taking the Lord's prasad, and discussing about the Lord, his glories, his pastimes, etc. So remember this when we take prasad, that this is actually a very, 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 very pure activity, that it is completely sanctified, that this is a way for attaining peace and happiness and success in spiritual life. That is not just another meal. It is actually a fully transcendental meal, and it is prepared with love. It is offered with love. So all the consciousness that we put into the offering for pleasing the Lord, it comes back into love, into our bodies, and this is another benefit or positive reason for or good reason for taking prasad.
Is transcendental.
Yes.
What does it actually mean?
It means that just like everything else that we do in Krishna consciousness, it is untinged by the influence of the modes of material nature. When we eat something, whether that be foods that are mainly from the mode of goodness, say as vegetables, grains, milk products, then if we are not offering them to Lord, then they're still under the influence of the three modes of material nature. So they are entangling us, but that is transcendental. Means that the Lord, he takes away all the karma when he eats it, so that it is free from all sin, all karma, and it is identical then with the Lord, because he enters into the prasad, into the food, he spiritualizes it, Krishnizes it. So when we take it, it Krishnizes us. That's the same as when we do all devotional service. It's on the Absolute platform, because this is the way of sharing, of sharing love with God. All activities that are transcendental like this, or that are pure devotion, they're all transcendental. Yeah.
What
Yes.
is the ideal time of keeping the prasad to God and take out?
I beg your pardon?
What is the ideal time minutes to keeping the prasad with the cow?
So when we offer say lunch, so we should it's like we want to have it the same as when you take.
The time we need.
Yes. So when we offer lunch, we keep it on at least for 20 minutes.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong keeping it longer, but keeping it less, it's like okay, the Lord, he can eat by glancing, but he also, when you see Krishna when he's with his boyfriend, he sits and he eats with his hands like this because it's a way of sharing the love. So Lord, he is very eager to reciprocate with us the way we do things. So therefore, it's nice to put the offering for 20 minutes a while, so that Lord can come and sit down and relish it. Other meals like in the morning when I offer from Balia Boga, there's some sweets and just 5 minutes, so the Lord can have some Mangala sweets. Or breakfast, maybe in like 15 minutes. So use like it's common sense in many ways. Just the amount of time that we would generally use for taking. Yes.
Prasad is very powerful, and you can experiment yourself. Of course, this is the first proof that this is transcendental. If your mind changes, if you feel satisfied, this is a nice sign of the transcendental potency of food offered to the Lord. And you have maybe some experience of that. If I am here, it is because of Mahaprasada, because it was so interesting many years ago, and if your habit changes, you can understand that this approval of Mahaprasada is working. It's not so easy to change a habit, but if it changes, you can understand that this is a proof of your relationship, your relationship with the Lord, and He helps you to change the habits. Alone is difficult, but with the help of the Lord, it's possible. I think every one of us have to experiment the power of this agreement with the Lord, really. And yeah, it's good, prasad is good. It's sattvic, but there is something more inside. Yeah. So that we have the faith that we believe that people have to try this experience. So not just faith, it is dimension. Sorry. Just when I was a child, I didn't want to eat the prasad. Food touched by my father, I didn't want it because it was a little bit disgusting. But now touched by the tongue of the Lord.
Real father.
Huh?
Real father.
A real father, yeah. But I remember, I don't want to touch your environment.
What is the difference about, well, it's not different, but what is much stronger? Eat just prasadam or we need to associate with those who are cooking and those who are regularly.
Always, if we want to make real progress in spiritual life, then we have to have devotee association. There's no other way. Like it's the Lord. Like everything in the spiritual world is all about loving relations, and the Lord wants to see us having loving relations, because this is the way he feels love, so you therefore naturally wants that between the devotees also, because the Lord, he is non-different also from his devotees. So when the devotees are associated with each other, talking about Krishna, etc., then this gives Krishna a lot of joy, because this means that Krishna is just exchanging loving affairs with himself through us, and that brings Krishna pleasure, and then we naturally also become very pleased. But what do we do when we're together? Then we can take prasad. So it's the sadhu sangha which is the most important. So it's just one moment of association with a pure devotee can change our lives forever. But just one morsel of prasadam will not necessarily change our lives forever. May get another opportunity to take prasad. The most important part, if we want to make spiritual progress, is to have a sadhu sangha. Therefore, we should come to the temple regularly. We should associate with the devotees. And also, if that is difficult, we can associate with the Prabhupada through his books. And it's also, as I said in the beginning, that this is a way of keeping our practice inspiring and fresh, because then we can always meditate on what we are reading when we are chanting. But the bottom line is that we should always strive to have associated with devotees, not just with the advanced devotees, but those who are self-realized or are elevated in Krishna consciousness, because they can help us again and become advanced devotees.
What is the best way about eating prasadam? Like Srila Prabhupada give us example. He kept silent.
Yes.
Just eat. What is we can talk about?
Yeah, it's of course it's like this. Try to not talk like very very deep or very very heavy subject matters. Keep it light, like talking about something. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I don't know. It doesn't have to be very very like Srimad Bhagavatam lecture subject matters. It's maybe too heavy. But just some simple things. You want to talk about Krishna's actually. What have you been reading lately, for example? Simple subject matters. Quiet does not mean that we just sit and we don't talk at all. It just means that we're talking about Krishna, but it means that we should talk something light conversation. Also, if you want to be completely quiet and not really speak much, that's also okay. But it is not required that we completely sip it. But also, when we take prasad, we should take it very very respectfully. Like we should chew it properly, so that we can. It's like instead you should drink your food and chew your water. So you should chew it enough times so you can just that is like very almost digested already. But when you swallow it, instead of just chewing it 5 times and then swallowing it. So be respectful to the prasad because it's nectar. So maybe we can put on some either some bhajan on the stereo, lecture or something that you can listen to. As long as it's centered around Krishna, not worldly subject matters, like the World Cup, who's playing who today. There's Norway, how did they go and stuff. It's not very interesting because it's on a mundane platform. So try to keep it transcendental. Yeah. So yes. Okay. So just to sum it up, this lecture was attempted to show how important it is to place our faith in the holy name and in the Lord's prasad. Talking about the transcendental nature of both the name and the remnants and the prasad, and how when we are seriously and sincerely participating not only in the taking of prasad but also very very importantly chanting of the holy names, then we can make some serious progress assuming that we really want to, because this is what it's all about, that we really want to be with Krishna. Because if we really want to be with Krishna, then Krishna, he really wants to be with us. But if we don't really care, then Krishna, he doesn't really care either. Like bottom line is like this: with everything in this world, see all this misery in the world. Because I'm not getting into this now, but all this misery in the world, it's happening because we don't really care. Therefore, Krishna doesn't really care. Therefore, we're all killing each other and suffering. But that's a story for or a talk for another time. Let's now move on to the next part, which is Arati. Srimad Bhagavad Gita says ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai.
Namo Vishnu Purana Krishna Prabhupada Samatana Swami. Namo Vishnu Purana Krishna Prabhupada Samatana Swami.
Hare Hare
Viष्णupadi Paramahamsa Parivar Kichara Shuddha Sri Srimati Divine Grace Asa Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupadi Paramahamsa Parivar Kichara Shuddha Sada Sri Srimati Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki Ananta Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda ki Iskanibhiti Samtavakacharya Srila Prabhupada ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Premis Gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakuna Radhakuna Giri Govardhan ki Vrindavan Namaki Mathura Namaki Navadvip Namaki Jagannath Puri Namaki Ganga Maiki Yamuna Maiki Tulsi Devi ki Bhakti Devi ki Hari Nam Sankirtan Yaga ki Bihar Medidanga ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Gaura Premanande Oh glories to thee Samalotis Oh glories to thee Samalotis Oh glories to thee Samalotis Oh glories to Shri Shri Gauranga Ranga and all glories to Shri Prabhupada
Who will sing?
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow, last day. Today is 14, tomorrow 15.
But tomorrow is last day of Purushottam month. Full moon or new moon?
New moon.
Yeah. I've been, I don't know if you did any extra sacrifice, but we yes, we knew and we got the cover sheet, for example, just 2 days ago.